Hi everyone, and welcome to Lifespan Development Winter Quarter 2014. My name is Jill Seaver and I'm going to be your instructor this quarter. I thought I would start out with a nice just sort of welcome orientation lecture. I'll try and keep it brief, just show you the main highlights. What we're looking at right now is the home page for the classroom, and you can arrive at this page a couple of different ways. One way is when you first log into Canvas, when you first log in, you land on what's called the dashboard, and it shows you whatever classes you're enrolled in, and over on the right hand side it tells you what you have to do. Instead of clicking on that to-do list, I recommend that you hover over the courses word, and it'll show you a drop-down menu of the classes that you're enrolled in. So go ahead and pick Psych 200 and it'll bring you right to this home page. If you decide to enter the classroom in a different direction, you can go ahead and just click on this home button on the navigation panel on the left, and that'll bring you here. I like to use this home page as a place to store documents and announcements that I can't think of any place else to have in the classroom. If I do it as an announcement, it rolls down and gets buried. If I send it in your inbox, it rolls down and gets buried. This home page, I have control over it and how it looks and so on and so. It's kind of an easy place for me to keep things, and I know you can see it, and I know it won't disappear on you. You can always find the materials. On this home page so far, I have some pretty useful pieces of information. The study guides for midterms 1 and 2 are already up here, and then my advice on how to use the study guides. And then also an extra credit opportunity based on the Seasons of Life videos that are on your reading assignments list. And then a direct link to the inbox to send me a message. And then of course these videos that you're watching are on this home page. So that's the home page. I'd like to really encourage you to use it as a place to check back and make sure. I'll usually send out an inbox message if I've put something new on the home page. I'll alert you that there's something there, but it's always a good habit to get into to check the home page. The other buttons that are really important are the modules button. I've organized the class into weekly modules. Right now we're in 0 week, and so you'll be working in this first module that I call the Start Here module. There's only one assignment that's due during this period, which is completing the syllabus quiz, which is based on the course syllabus, which I'll go over in my next lecture. There's also the BIOS forum where you can post your autobiography, the Student Lounge forum where you can discuss things with your classmates that, I don't know, whatever students talk about, questions you guys might have about hints on the study guide, things like that. And then the Ask Dr. Jill forum is a place to ask me questions about like psychology or about an assignment. Maybe you weren't clear on it and you thought your classmates might benefit from hearing the answer, things like that. If you have something that's more personally relevant and that you think your classmates wouldn't benefit from, or it's private or something like that, you can always send me messages through the inbox. That's completely private. So we've got the Start Here week. That's for this 0 week. And then we have the rest of the quarter organized by weeks 1, 2. So whenever I say something like, project 1 is due on Tuesday of week 1, I'm talking about this period of time here, which is encompassed by week 1. My weeks, for the purposes of this class, are going to run from Thursday to Wednesday. I've set it up so that there aren't any assignments due over the weekend, so that you guys will be able to use your college computers if you need to, or be able to call the help desk, things like that. But I have got, that block of time, like I figure the new week will start on Thursday. That gives you plenty of time to be reading, getting ready to turn in assignments and things that'll be due on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And then you start your new week on Thursday. And that way, I figure you have your best access to me during the times when you're making transitions between weeks and when assignments are due. So we've got 10 weeks in the quarter, and everything's all organized by those weeks. And I'll go over these modules in another lecture. I just kind of want to give you a broad overview right now. These modules won't move. You can collapse them. This little button here, like as you get done with it, you can collapse them down to let yourself know that, okay, I'm already done with that one, and so on. I like to keep them all open. Of course, I know what's in them, so it's not as intimidating for me to see the long list. The only one that has prerequisites is week 1. You have to do the syllabus quiz before you'll be able to move into the week 1 assignments. But otherwise, you can just move through everything at your own pace as long as you meet my deadlines. It's one theme in this class. You can work ahead, but you can't work behind. You have to meet my deadlines. Deadlines are always visible here in the modules, so any assignment that has a due date is listed here on the right-hand side of the module, and it tells you how much the assignment's worth and so on. Another button of interest is the grades button. If you click on the grades button, you'll see a report that shows each assignment, when it was due or is due, your score on it once it's been scored, and then how many points it was worth. So you can always double check your grades here. There's this button called the what if score button. You can type in, see if you click on it, it says click to test a different score. And so you can type in, what if I got 15 points out of this assignment? Then it'll tell you how that appears, where it'll show how it affects your grade. So far I still have an F because apparently the gradebook is treating all these assignments as zeros rather than not submitted. And it says here, note, this is not your official score. By doing that, you're not changing your score. You're just doing a what if. So later on in the quarter, when you're trying to figure out what do I need on midterm 2 to achieve the grade that I want, this is how you can do it. You can say revert it back. This button that says Tegrity videos isn't relevant to you. It's for me. That's what I'm using right now is Tegrity to create this video, and only instructors have access to that, so don't worry about that button. If I hide it, then I can't use it either. So you have to be able to see it in order for me to use it. Okay, so that should be pretty much orienting you to the buttons. I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and then in the next segment, I'll talk about the actual syllabus.